Hello students, how are you all? Hope so you all are fine and fit at home. So kids, today we going to recap our chapter number 2, that is about the living and non-living things. In this chapter we learn a difference between the living and non-living things through various characteristics, right? So first we will learn what are living things. Kids, we are surrounded by many beautiful things like sun, moon, buildings, road, garden, etc. Right? Certain things were given by the nature. So the things which were all given by the nature, like take an example of sun, moon, they were all called as a natural things. Understood? Certain things were made by the human beings, like we have made this building, road, etc. So these things were called as man-made things. When you look into the plants, animals, including we, are called as living things which have life in it. When we look into the sofa, chair, they were all called as buildings, road. They were all called as man-made things. They were all called as non-living things. Understood what I said? Now we are going to see the difference between living and non-living things through various characteristics. Number 1, the need to breathe. Means in order to stay alive, all living things need to breathe constantly. Understood? If they won't breathe, what happens? They will die. Clear what I said? So now there are different organs involved for breathing. When you look into the human beings, how we breathe with the help of the nose and lungs. In view of grasshopper and insect, when you look into the insect and grasshopper, they breathe through the air holes present on their bodies. In view of fish, when the fish are underwater, they breathe through the gills present on their body. Understood? In case of plant, in the surface of the leaves there were tiny pores called as stomata. With the help of that, the plants breathe. So in short, what is the first characteristic here? All living things need to breathe. In order to stay alive, they need to breathe. There were different organs involved. Clear? Now the second thing is that non-living things does not need to breathe. When you look into the chair, sofa and all, whether they breathe, no, they don't have life in it. Understood what I said? Clear? So non-living things don't breathe. The second characteristic is the growth. When you look into the living beings, all living beings grow. How we, just take an example, when we are born, we are very small. Day by day we grow and we keep on growing, and one day we become like a parent. Similarly, cat, or when you take an example of animals, cat, when it was small, it was like a kitten. It slowly grow and will become a mother cat, right? Similarly, all animals, human beings, they grow. Whether the plants grow, yes, plants also grow. When you pour a seed in this land, this is a homework to you also. In your summer vacation, what you can do, you can take one pot, sow a seed in that pot and give a proper watering. After a few days, the plant start growing. One day the plant become a big tree and start giving its fruit. Understood? So here the plant also grow. Clear? So this is another characteristic which we have learned. Next is the change. They can feel. Living things can feel. Suppose when you fell down, what happened? You will get pain, right? So you can feel how you are feeling with the help of the sense organs present in our body. We have learned about the sense organs in our previous class also. Like eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin are the 5 sense organs, right? So through the sense organs, what happened? Our body can feel the things changes around us. Clear? When we kept a hot bowl in front of you, accidentally you touch it, what happened? The moment you touch, you remove your hand. So living beings can sense the changes around us. They can feel. How about plants can sense? Tell me, plants does not have any sense organs like eyes, ears, nose, etc. How the plants can sense? plants can also show that sense. You know how when you keep the plants under the shaded, when you keep the plants kept the plants in a shaded area, what happened? The plants start moving towards the sunlight. So the plants can also sense the changes. Another example I will tell you, changes. Best example is that when you see that in autumn season the plants start shedding its leaf. So how they, because it feels the autumn season came and they start shedding the leaves. Plants can also sense the changes around us. Okay. Next characteristic is need for food. So all living things need food. As we know, our body needs food and our body needs energy to perform various activities. That energy we get from the food we eat. So our body needs food. So all living things need food. Clear? So now you can see non-living things does not require food. When you look into the example, the sofa, whether the sofa consumes food? No. Now we are going to see another characteristic, that is the movement. What it is? Movement. See, living beings move from one place to another, which is called as a locomotion. They move for various reasons. There are three main reasons why they move. They move in search of food, they move in search of water, to find shelter, to protect themselves from the enemies. Understood? While in case of non-living beings, they never move. Clear? How? Whether the plants move from one place to another? Yes, plants also show their movement. How? The best example, as I told you before, when you keep the plants in the shaded area, what will happen? It shows movement towards the sunlight. So this is how the plants show the movement. Another example is the touch me not plant. When you touch the touch me not plant, what happened? The moment you touch, it will close all its leaf. Once a touch will withdraw, it opens, the leaves get open. Understood? So this is also how the plants show that movement. Clear? Now the last characteristic which we learned in this chapter is a reproduction. It is very, very important, because you know, if the dog stop giving this baby, what happened? The existence of dog won't be in this world. So reproduction is very, very important. Here there are living things produce their own kind is called as a reproduction. Different types of living beings reproduce in different ways. When you look into the plant, how the plant reproduces, the plant produces seeds, and from that what happens? The new plants come and become a tree. So this is the way how plants reproduce. When you look into the human beings, what happened? They give birth to the babies. What happened in case of birds? Tell me, birds will give the baby? No. They lay egg and the babies hatch from that egg. So kids, reproduction is done in different way. How? There were two ways. Some animals give birth to the babies and some animals lay egg and the babies babies hatch from. Some animals give babies and some animals, what happen? They lay eggs and the babies hatch from their eggs. Clear? So these were all the things which we have learned in this chapter. Understood? So kids, tomorrow in Zoom class I am going to conduct a small oral test from chapter number 2. So kindly go through the videos again and again. Go through all the videos related to chapter number 2 and all the very best for your science exam. I believe you will give your best. Thank you. In case any doubt, please ask in Zoom class. Thank you. Bye bye. Mama.